All right, Zach, put your pants back on.
Jesus Christ, man. Seriously. I can't even. I had to block him. It was so bad.
But I really enjoy driving campus.
It's freeing, isn't it?
Victor, are we going to get to see your pretty face, or are you going to hide from us?
As a matter of fact, I think you might.
Oh.
He's in a new room.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm at a hotel.
Hey! Hey, Suze, how are you? Oh, we can't hear you at all.
No, yeah, she's got laryngitis.
Oh, damn. Not fun.
So to answer the question, could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Save this file.
Yes, now I'm in chat so I can see stuff.
Concordia.
Hey, if Victor gets pulled over, we're all just going to pretend like we're his legal counsel.
That's exactly what I want you to do. That's exactly.
Yeah, we're all his lawyers.
Yes.
Is Victor driving too?
No,
No,
just
no,
use
just
that.
you. I'm sorry. I'm the last Oscar. But the same goes for you. Like,
Fuck no. If I get pulled over, I'm hanging up on you guys.
no. If you get pulled over, they're like, "What are you doing?" You're just like, "No, that's my legal counsel." As soon as I get pulled over, I call all of them.
Right?
They'll just think you're important and let you go.
Those are the voices in my head. Can you hear them too?
That's the best
I'm
response.
going, hide the drugs, onto the seat.
Yeah, we're not helpful.
No. Yeah, I think Zach has the right idea.
Probably.
Listen, officer, I was on a conference call with a bunch of idiots trying to kill me. John, that's who it is. I'm gonna text
I couldn't hang up, officer. I was driving. I didn't want to touch my phone.
Right. All right. Let's see if John's joining, but regardless, we are starting up. I will do my best to keep track of what everyone's actions are, but I only have one screen tonight. So bear with me. Fuck is that? That's all bullshit. Screw that stuff.
This is not a very entertaining podcast.
Right? 4 out of 10. Would still recommend, but seriously, what's wrong with you guys?
I'll give it an extra point because I can talk back to it.
No, there's that. You can't do that with all the podcasts.
This is very true.
I want to, with a lot of them. Live at the Cabot Dome. Alright, so, to be clear, you guys returned back to Cabot, and the first day is your body's being completely drained, and you're just surviving. People are literally just crashing out because you've been running yourselves ragged for days, weeks really, trying to succeed against this. You blearily, return to the world, and it is just an absolute font of happiness. The morning dawns, and people are happy, and they're not all completely aware as to why they're just so damn happy. it is just that moment of everyone's rejoicing, regardless of the fact that they've lost friends and relatives in the many attacks upon the city. Um, you definitely have a feel of like, okay, it's a big, pretty happy reset for the town. Um, I'm gonna go.
We are coming through uh, the pandemic.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You may have some familiarity with the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, basically, some things about the tavern and the general um, state of things at your home. It is bursting at the seams at this point. Blas, your what you call them, services, the services that your followers are leading are there's no room for anyone else. It is a very full experience. Uh, it is still set up as a home for wayward adventurers and travelers, and that part is again. I mean, you just it is the tavern is over full. It's still blowing and going, but it's very very full. Tons of new people or visitors going through every day, and it's overall it continues to be a fairly jubilant space.
Yay!
Is there a convention in town, like an anime con or something?
It it actually has that kind of con feel, like not just the tavern, but the city itself has that kind of con feel. People are just hey, let's dress in nicer clothes. You see people wandering around in period garb. It's uh it's pretty good stuff. Um, gonna try to go in order and give everybody about one or two actions. Uh, I've got the reason I had you guys send me what you wanted to do isn't so that I could respond to it directly, but so that I could make sure that I had an answer for what the things are that you guys want to do. So we're going to start off with Lev.
All
Um,
right.
you guys, because some of the stuff that you do affects other people, and then we're going to try to go in that kind of order-ish. Um, so, all right, Lev, it's the first day, you're back. Um, what do you want to do with your time on day one when you guys are up and about?
Um, I want to. I think all the scrying can be done in a few hours, so I would like to scry on. I think I'll hold off on that thing that we met at the temple at the very
Hmm.
end until
Hmm.
I can do a legend lore on him. But I want to try and scry on the temple and that guy we met that was a representative from the Shadowfell.
Okay. Scrying on the temple is comparatively easy considering your connection to it. Basically, the temple appears to be quiet. Um, there's no one around. Um, it doesn't seem to be up and about and responding, but it's also not entirely. Yeah, there's no one there, and you still can't. You can see half of the. You can see the primature, not primature. You can see the planar half. You can't see the ethereal half. Um, if you want to cast, I don't know, ethereal sight or some crazy shit, you can see the ethereal half as well. It's all there, um, but there's no specific activity that you can see going on.
Okay. I think True Sight. Let me check True Sight.
Sure.
True Seeing. Uh, That's a 6th level spell, though. I mean, we're not freaking doing anything today. Yeah, I'll cast True Seeing so that I can see the ethereal half. Am I able to see the interior of the temple as well?
That'll take you a while. How long does scrying last?
An hour.
Okay, you can scry through a good bit of the. Well, no, because scrying allows you to view a thing, um, and you can follow it as it moves. You cannot change your viewpoint of the thing until
Okay.
the thing changes its space. So you would have to cast scrying again on a very specific room in the temple in order to see things inside the temple.
Okay.
But that's the temple.
All right.
You're,
Then maybe I'll do some more scrying on it tomorrow and do specific
okay.
rooms.
Okay. And you wanted to scry on the ambassador from Shadowfell?
Yes.
All right. Can you give me a roll on that one? Because that's a little more tricky.
Um,
The first one was a no-brainer. This is definitely a brainer.
I'm gonna be honest, Victor. I have always been confused as to your scrying rules.
You think I have
Um,
rules? That's very funny.
that's the issue. I'm not sure exactly what I'm rolling about. Because in the in the 3.5 rules, they just get a will save, and if they pass
Oh, yeah.
against my DC, then the scrying just fails.
Right. All right. What is the DC for your scrying?
Um, can I go ahead and cast a Fox's Cunning on myself prior to scrying to increase the DC?
It'll take you a minute, but yes.
All right. Then that will be 21, 25.
Gonna check just in case he didn't save, but I'm pretty sure he did. What's he doing? Hold on one second.
There are a few modifiers within the scrying spell that it specifies.
Go for it. Modify
Um,
away.
the will save modifier, it specifies knowledge and connection to the subject.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
would say I have first-hand knowledge of the subject, meaning I've met him, but I don't know him well, which gives him just a flat +0. But if I have a likeness or picture of him that I can, conjure up, he would get a -2 to that save.
Okay.
But if he's on another plane, he gets a +5 to his will save.
Where he
Where
does
did you
get the
find his
+5.
Facebook page?
You were not able to find his Facebook page. Also, can you give me a D20 plus your spell level? Make sure
Oh,
that's how it
right,
is.
right. He's got freaking spell resistance, doesn't he?
I mean, he's an ambassador of Shadow, so.
That freaking bastard. He's an
Oh,
ambassador of Shadow. Freaking everybody's got spell resistance these days. I'm an ambassador of Shadow. That's what you sound like, Victor. You're so edgy.
That is exactly what I sound like. But I sound like that on purpose.
29, 33.
All right. You make it. You make it. Um, that is a divination spell. Sure. All right. What you see is a black blob in a dark cavern, running at amazing speed. Let me double check how fast scrying can follow something. 150 feet. It is at the limit of your scrying speed to follow this guy.
Okay.
In the distance, you hear the echo of wolves howling. Give me a listen check.
All right. Let me get to my character sheet. Not spectacular. I only got a 13.
Okay. That's basically what you get. Oh, wow. Okay. And oh, the the black blob stops suddenly, and your scrying is dispelled.
Bastard.
Well, I mean, anyway, put yourself in his shoes. Anyway, that is what you saw and heard.
It didn't kill you. I mean, that sounds like that's a bonus.
Do you enjoy having people scry on you, love?
I think it can be fun.
Right? All right. Well,
If they if
you're
they
an
Requires
talk to
exhibitionist.
me.
consent.
Was
You're an
there
ex,
Personal
was there
consent.
you're an
was there
exhibitionist and
any
a fairy. There's a
chance
subtle difference. Okay. Was there any chance of what?
was there any chance that I was able to scry on him long enough to cast a message spell and try and talk to him?
You can give it a shot.
You can give it a shot.
All right.
Hey
I'll
guys,
go ahead and
I'll go ahead and
roll the
roll
D100
the
first.
D100 first. Hey,
I'll roll the D100.
I just want to
But
tell you that
you
I'm
get
in
to tell me
Spain,
what you
Texas.
cast with the message.
Hold on. I'm getting a lot of feedback from Zag. I didn't understand what either of you said.
Uh,
So I just want to let you all know that I'm in Bangs, Texas.
oh, nice. All right. So he's in Bain, Texas. I said I
Nice.
will roll the D20 or the D100 for you.
Okay.
Um, you tell me what you're casting with the message spell.
I'm just going to say it's Lev, the pixie. I've got some questions about something that identified itself as coming from your home.
Okay.
And I am 14th level.
All right. About as you're casting it is when he stops and turns around and dispels it.
Bastard.
So your message may have gotten through, but he definitely didn't want to be scryed on. All right.
Well, he's alive.
Next on my list. So we're still pretty much in the first day. Froderick, you were trying to
So
get.
this. Hmm.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, you were. You've got the statue of Dessa in your room, and you've informed the staff that, under pain of death, they are not to do any. No one's allowed to go in. Um, What are you going to be doing? You'd mentioned wanting to get some goggles and a cloak made.
Yeah, I'm going to cover the statue also with a sheet, just out of respect, just to make sure it's kept dark, no light touches it.
Right.
Um, Froderick is going to do a little bit of self-care in terms of getting some rest in him and a couple of cold beers in him. And also, I'll start making inquiries about the goggles, uh, and also, while the Viscount is in I mean, the Duke is in a really good mood and everyone else is in a good mood, start making the inquiries about, actually, first of all, um, let me consult with Lev.
Yeah, what's up?
So I basically want them to know that Des is here with us. And as I said in the email, she's basically, I consider her a ambassador from another realm that has assisted us, even if she is Drow. And
I'm not sure ambassador would be the right title because she's not really representing her destroyed home.
representative. I just want her granted immunity from
Yeah, I'm not
any.
sure what the exact title would be, but you're barking up a good tree with this.
I just don't want people, if they freak out, find out she's a Drow, to like come after us with torches and pitchforks.
Look, we're
That
we're we're a party with a gnoll, a pixie, a wolf, and a boar with hands. I don't think a drow is going to be the weirdest thing they see in the party.
And a knoll.
I said a
Uh,
gnoll.
Did you say start off with a
okay.
knoll? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, look, well, let me ask Victor this then. Victor, given the temperament of the town of
Hmm.
Cabotpool and the position of our party in there, so if Froderick is seen in the company of a drow at night, what is the likely reaction if she is not disguised or explained?
So if a drow is seen in the company of Froderick at night, um, you estimate that it would be some kind of shock and surprise, but not outright fear.
Okay,
The
all right.
assumption would not be that the drow is here to kill us. The assumption would be that Froderick is dealing with the drow for some reason.
Okay, well,
And that would
then
be the
I'm still
question.
going to get
That
her.
that would be that's Suzanne has Bodget has a good point. Basically, they would be like they would assume that she's either a prisoner or a comrade.
Comrade is actually what I'm gunning for. Um, but if people want to infer something romantic between us, let them.
Okay,
That's all the more reason for them not to screw with us.
there you go. There you go.
But I'm not going to impose that on Dessa. I just, if she feels better wearing a cloak just because she's a creature of the Underdark and the night, and she wants to be a little insulated, because it's going to be a little bit of a shock for her being on, with us among the surface dwellers.
Okay.
Frederick technically is not a surface dweller because he was a dwarf originally. Um, and just out of respect, I mean, he understands a little better, I think, than average, being a dwarf, how surface dwellers and underground dwellers kind of get along or how they see each other.
Right.
Kind of like rednecks and, urban Dallasites or something like that. So, but if I don't, and I'll just, in that case, if it's not too shocking, at some point when the party goes to meet the Duke and talk to them, just bring Dessa along and just, explain it then.
Okay. John is going to join soon.
Okay.
Don't know how long we'll have him, but we'll
Hooray.
give it a shot.
I
Um,
would like to talk to the Duke about Tim and see if we can't get Tim a little bit more freed up.
Yes,
Uh,
that would
I
be
think we,
so good.
yeah,
yeah,
I saw that.
yeah.
Oh no, he broke a wall and winked 3 guards out of existence. Oh no. Shit
I think
happens.
yeah, exactly. But
He has
what
served
we've,
his time.
yeah, that's how I see it.
Free,
Well,
free him.
we have we've served it for him. That's kind of how I look at it. We died a few times.
And if Oh man, I've been holding on to this, but if it's really necessary, I do have a favor I can call in for this.
Ooh, calling in favors. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
But I
okay.
think for the first day, sure, I think that's, you know, I
Ben, you're
think
That's
talking,
pretty
but
legit.
you're
So,
muted.
Frederick, this on your first day, when you do get out into the town, you find that's actually a term, a lens crafter. There's actually another term for someone who works with glass blower, but someone
An
who
optometrist.
someone who specifically is able to make true windows, um, that level of quality, not good ones. And this is Cabot, not the city state, but he's new in town and he's eager for what is the phrase, high visibility business. Um, so yeah, it'll take him a day to figure out exactly how to make what you're trying to do.
High visibility business. Come on.
That's you guys.
okay. Really, Frederick's plan is to
He's
introduce
doing it
Dessa
for
to
the
Steve.
exposure.
Oh God.
But
People
he'll
die of
appreciate that.
exposure.
I'm sorry, Joel.
He's gonna have his brand name on the
Right? I'm sorry,
on the
Joel. You were
brow.
saying?
She has to wear it, huh? Oh, I just said that Frederick's ultimate plan is just to convert Dessa to steampunk, but that's,
There you
from
go.
goth,
No, that
whatever.
works. That works. All right, Blas,
Okay.
Zeg.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can.
I can.
So
Great.
you've got about
So
10
you've got
clerics
about
of
10
various
credits of
levels
various levels.
that,
Okay.
between level 1 through
Between
5,
level 1
3 of
through
which are
5,
taking
3 of
fighter
which are
cleric as
taking
their
5
profession.
cleric as their profession. Okay.
There are 2
There are
first level
2 first
paladins,
level paladins,
actual paladins who have
actual
joined your order.
paladins who joined your order. Woohoo!
It compares
Okay.
favorably to
Compares
others in the city,
favorably
but
to others
still
in the city,
behind
still
St.
behind
Cuthbert,
St. Cuthbert.
mainly due to the size issue.
Mainly
There's
due to
not
the
enough
size
room.
issue. Not enough
There's
room.
not enough space to
Not
manage
enough
room
space
for
to manage
prayers for more people.
for more people. Okay.
So how did you want to deal with
I
that?
have questions. I have questions
Okay.
about that. Yeah. Are there any buildings next door that might be available or that make sense to perhaps as an addition?
Next door,
Next
no.
door, no. No.
But the city is
But the
growing.
city is growing. Okay. Um, so I guess I will set out my management cleric. I can't remember his name. To
Me neither.
begin scouting out or send a party out to scout out possible locations for a proper temple.
Yeah, and we could commission some construction at this point as well, I think.
Sure. So that's one thing I'll do. The other thing that I'll do, Derek is going to set out on the mission that I told you about, Victor.
Roger that.
Research.
I got it.
Got it. But I am going to gather the 3 best fighter clerics we have of whatever level, right? I mean, maybe there's a lower level cleric who's just better. And they're going to train special for that special unit I was talking about with
Okay.
Carrick. Okay. Aside from that, I'm going to spend the day basically doing 2 things. That is, first, just getting a handle on what's going on in the temple, setting appointments for any high-level worshipers that might need my special attention. And I would like to make an appointment with the head of the Order of St. Cuthbert. So
Bishop, sorry, continue.
I'll send an emissary to the Temple of St. Cuthbert for an audience with the head of that order.
Okay.
Or however high they'll let me talk to.
The Bishop Aethan is the head of the order in the city, and She has a pretty wide area of control.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
it'll take 2 days
it'll
for
take
her to
two
meet
days
with you,
for
though.
her to meet. So I understand.
But
So in the
you
meantime,
basically
basically
you get
get
the response that she
the
does want to meet
response
with
that she
you.
does want.
It's a good thing.
Very good. That would be great.
All right,
Um,
Ash.
all right.
Oh, so go ahead. Go ahead.
So go ahead. No. I. Um. Yeah. No, that's fine. We'll stop there. Thank you.
Okay. Bash.
Touch.
Quick question.
Quick question.
Did you guys give Neil's
Did you
body
guys
back to
give
his
Neil's
father?
body back to his father?
No,
Ooh.
we haven't. That's why I wanted to find out about the state of now, because he's not human, if I'm not mistaken, and he's dead, right?
Neil is dead, but he's also human. Isn't
He
he
is
human?
human now. I thought he was something else.
No, I don't think
Okay.
he changed. Oh, he wanted. Wait, maybe he was. Hold on.
I honestly don't remember.
I'm
I'll look him
fairly
up.
confident he was, because I'm fairly confident that part of my actions were based on the fact that he was not human and that he was relatively small in stature.
Right. You are correct.
What did he turn into?
I can't remember.
It wasn't anything pretty.
Oh, it was a knoll. He's a knoll because we were making jokes about how he winds up in fucking knoll heaven for no goddamn reason.
Yes. There you
That's
go.
right. You're right. He was a no. I knew he was something. Yeah. I wanna go find Tim and have a conversation with Tim.
All right. So are you returning the body or no?
I don't want to return the body until we've talked to Tim.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let's talk to Tim first.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. It takes you a while to get through channels to get to him, but yeah, you're able to talk to Tim late in the day.
Okay, so I mean, I want to go through the pleasantries of being nice to Tim, and then I want to ask him what it would require to bring Nell back, ideally in humanoid form, but I'll settle for something close to human, and I'll look to make sure Frederick's not around, and say something not like a gnoll or a dwarf, but an elf or something similar that would be semi-appeasing to human eyes.
Um. A reincarnation with specificity is hard. It's basically
Okay.
that's a wish.
Okay.
That's a wish. And you're usually losing some experience points with that one.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like, it's possible, but you'd have to cast a wish, and you'd have to be ready to lose a lot to cast that.
Okay. What about bringing? So this is my other question for Tim. What about bringing LJ back? Something not an animal. What are the chances of that? Is that similar in difficulty? Broader spectrum, but
Well, LJ's not dead, is he?
no, not currently. But if he was, what is the
Right.
difficulty of bringing him back as
Are you
something else?
planning on killing him?
Just hypothetically, if he was dead after our conclusion of our grand adventure, I don't know how that would happen.
I'm
Just saying.
just asking. If he was given
Yeah,
given his
right.
given
He's a
his
boar.
help,
He's a boar on two legs. He's got hooves. Do you think his balance is any good? What if he was on a cliff or something?
What if he tries to reach up for something on the top shelf? It'll be all over.
His elbows are inverted.
All right. This is true actually. The Tim's like, I mean, yes, maybe. It's basically the same concept. If you're trying to force reincarnate, you're using wish level magic.
okay,
Um, you could talk to the druid Oakroot, and
okay.
I mean, I've seen him do amazing things.
Where
And
is
if I
that
remember,
druid?
that's the druid that reincarnated him the first time.
Okay, got it. All right. The other question that I have for Tim
Hmm.
is, how is my tree doing?
Really well. Oh wait, Tim doesn't have your tree. I thought you gave your tree to the druid.
Isn't Tim the druid?
No, Tim's the
No,
wizard.
Tim's the enchanter.
Oh no, I want to go talk to the druid. The druid brings people back. That's who I wanted to talk to. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, well the druid's easy, man. Okay, druid's like 5 minutes. You can talk to the druid.
Oh, okay.
Um, he's busy. He's busy working on a very large amount of flora and fauna that's in the courtyard area that he lives in. Yeah, he's basically like bringing Nail back would require Nail wanting to come back, um, which is not hard. Um, does he want to come back? I mean, did you guys try raising dead or something?
We did not, but we assume that he wants to come back.
Okay, well, if your assumption is correct, then I could definitely do a reincarnation on him, no problem.
Okay. What about the difficulty with LJ?
Um, there would have to be a price to pay with that one.
Oh, okay. What's his price?
Well, if I remember correctly, LJ decided to change his form after coming back, which is a dangerous thing, a dangerous path to take.
Okay.
Give me a diplomacy and a sense motive check, please.
All right. His motive, I think, is crap, but my diplomacy is entirely terrible. 18 for or I'm sorry, 18 for diplomacy, and then let me re-roll for sense motive after sense motive is gonna suck unless I roll a 20.
All right.
So just roll a 20.
21. Okay.
Hey, that easy.
All right. Your diplomacy is enough to kind of convince him to at least consider the possibilities.
Okay.
But you can sense he's got some level of disappointment and worry about LJ, and he seems to want to talk to slash view Nail in first person.
Okay, so I'm going to tell him, if it comes to this with LJ, that I would be willing to take a third level because I've already taken a second level in Druid, and I will, if he wants, let him, just so he can trust me, keep my tree in his yard.
Okay.
If that
Give me another
helps sway
diplomacy
him,
check, please.
it's a little better. No, it's not. It's worse. 5. 16. Yeah, 16. And then I will also tell him I will go get Nail so he can talk to me now.
All right. He says for all your muscle, you do have an honest desire to see your friend succeed. So I'll see what I can do.
Okay. I'm gonna go look for Nail. I think it's still trapped to Blodgett. And then I also want to find Lev and just give them a cigar and say congratulations on being a baby daddy, because that seems like an appropriate thing to do.
Desire to see your friend succeed. And I'm just thinking back to that one combat.
Hey, you're all my friends. I was trying to help all of us succeed. Nail just happened to be
You know,
that's why.
I get it. It's just funny to me.
Look, you win some and you lose some. Everybody doesn't always make it.
History will be the judge.
Well, I think if the druid is about to speak with Nail, I think Nail will be the judge.
I mean, somebody has to be the first one through the door. In this case, it was Nail. And I mean, maybe I made that decision for him, but still.
We didn't have to be the first one through the door. We had a hallway. These are pretty mindless creatures. They would have come to us. This
They
is
were
the one
surrounding us.
situation. This
They
was the
were
one
Let's not
situation
get mad
where
about
they would have come
who
to us.
killed who.
They
This
were
is a
they were
happy
in
occasion.
one direction. They weren't behind us because we just came from that way. They were only in front of us. We had the whole
And John, you
they're
have the
not
perfect
surrounding us.
We were about to get surrounded and
you have the
attacked from
perfect
behind.
background right now.
I don't know how we were going to get surrounded when we had
In a hallway, yes.
in a hallway with Bash and LJ in the front, and they're coming from one side.
You're forgetting that LJ is a hog. Your elbows are inverted.
Wasn't he still a centaur at that point?
No, he was not there.
He wasn't
Was
there.
he there?
He wasn't there.
Oh, right,
No,
right. Well,
he
still,
wasn't there.
Nail.
We were in a not great way. It was maybe not my best decision, but it was not that we were in such a
Maybe.
great place that we were just going to kill
Maybe.
these guys easily.
Maybe not your best decision.
I mean, he wasn't the only one who died on that day. Like,
And honestly, as far as the history of decisions in D&D goes, that one is, I would say, infamous, notorious.
Yeah,
It's certainly notable.
I'm gonna give you shit about that forever.
and that's fine.
Well, you should.
That's the penalty.
He's the only one who died at the hands of his own mentor.
Right? I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Okay, so Blodgett says that they dropped off, they would have dropped off Nell first thing.
Hello. Hello.
And, hey, we can hear
Hello.
you. I can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. Glad to have your voice back. Blodgett said they would have dropped off Nail first thing, and Nail and the druid responds that Nail really doesn't want to be raised.
Okay. Well, we tried.
You tried.
But he's done with life. He's had it all.
Since I played him for a little bit, could I maybe get some 2 cents in on it?
Sure, go ahead and throw pennies.
The pennies are
how you challenge
that he might be more amenable to be reincarnated if he no longer traveled with the party. Here in Kavik everything's fine now. This would be a good point to just part ways with everybody.
All right.
Well, if that's the case, why are we bringing him back?
Oh,
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Realm.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
scorched
Bring
earth
it in.
policy. Good to know.
Bringing that empathy to the table.
That's what it's about. I'm here to help my friends succeed. If you're not my friend anymore, fuck you.
I mean, if he wants us to carry a freaking Noel over to his dad and drop him off on his doorstep and be like, "Here's your son," then he doesn't have to come back.
Well, the druid basically points out that he's not really in the space to return. If you guys want to do a speak with dead,
Suze has a good point.
he was strapped to your back. He wasn't strapped to your back. That was actually one of the other party members was strapped to your back. He would have been stuffed in a box or with a.
Look, he's dead. We can put
Possibly
him in the bag of
someone's
holding and
pocket.
not have
that
to
was
worry about
Carrick, I think,
suffocating.
right?
Yeah, I think Carrick was strapped to your back. How many party members can you strap to the dire wolf's back?
It's a big wolf.
Only 2 according to OSHA regulations,
Oh, nice.
without installing handrails.
That's not a bad idea. Okay, no, that is a bad idea. Do not install
We're getting
handrails
a
on
wagon
Blodgett.
now. We're gonna get a death wagon. We can just stuff people into and just drag them along.
All right, so Ben, what are you going to do with Nell? You can either have someone cast to speak with dead, and you guys can try to convince him to come back, or you can bring him back to his dad.
Does anybody want to cast Speak with Dead, or do you guys just want to?
LJ's willing to cast it. I think he can cast it. Let me double check the spell level.
No, he totally can.
Yeah. So yeah, LJ will go ahead and cast it.
All right, so Ben, I'm just going to call it short. It's basically, if I never have to party with you guys again, I don't mind being reincarnated.
Ouch.
Fine. But I'm very disappointed in him. Tell him that.
And I'm very disappointed in you.
All right.
It was hazing. Don't you know hazing when you see it?
Didn't some college folks like in a frat just get arrested for like murder when they were hazing somebody so hard that they died?
Yeah, but
Yes.
see,
Yes.
we are the cops in this one. You guys are
Yeah.
enforcing the law of the city, so
That does
there's
not
no one to
speak well
enforce
of
the
us
law
at
on you.
all.
No, it doesn't. FYI, it's a horrible thing.
ACAB, am I right?
Oh my God, John.
You got it? Okay, it's all right, buddy. It happens.
Everything is guilt-free when you're a sociopath.
He's always got something.
The hell? Let me find his deal. Where's John? There we go. It's John. Everything is. Let me move it to stage. Okay. Move to stage. Huh.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm just saying, if Bash had stopped the first time he died, he would have stopped a long time ago and been a human. Never have to live life as a tree or a horse.
That's the
But
pep
fine,
talk.
he can tap out now as a freaking gnome.
That's the pep talk. You know, I died. It didn't bother me.
And who
I
killed
came
you?
out of it just fine.
Who killed
To
you?
me and to a newt.
It got better.
But not much.
It's not the dying. It's that I've done that before too. It's the you killing me.
Okay, well, if that's what he feels bad about, I'm very sorry that I killed him. But things happen. Also, he has a better chance of not being a no if he comes back, and that might make his father happy. But you know what? He can do what he wants.
Yeah, I
Big
think
boy.
maybe if I come back as like an elf or something, or maybe I'll luck out and really just be a human again. I think I'll hang out with my dad for a little while.
That sounds like a good idea. You and he have a lot in common.
I really don't like the way you said that. But okay.
Yeah.
Like, wait, did you kill my dad? So Victor, do you
He
want to
comes
roll?
back as a half-elf. I already
Oh,
rolled.
cool.
That's fair.
He basically goes to his dad, and yeah, neither of them want to have anything to do with you guys anymore. But good game. You guys did well in some way.
At least we survived to have this argument.
Yes,
I'll
you
call that a
survived
win.
to have this argument, so good job. Frederica, you were talking, you wanted to know about ways to have a better armor class, but defensive stuff in general. FYI, when you cast Bark Skin now, which is a spell that turns your skin as hard as bark, you get +5 to your natural armor class. And you can cast Krat's Grace for 12 minutes. So Bark Skin gives you +5 to your natural armor class at your level. And Cat's Grace for you lasts for 12 minutes, and that also gives you +2 to your armor class because it increases your dexterity. And
Okay,
it gives you
so
Captain's
Lev can cast mage armor on you if you need it at any time, which gives a further +4 deflection.
well, I think that's going to have to be something I ask for, but
That's fine. I can keep it stocked for you.
And what was the other one?
Darkskin and Cat's Grace.
That's great.
I'm also going to send you some other spells that might be helpful as far as when you're going around healing.
Good. Wonderful.
So those are different spells that exist. You can look them up.
Did we level up?
No, not since you came back last time. Hold on, what did I ask? I didn't ask you. I need everyone to send me your character record sheets as soon as possible.
Well, that's going to take a little while, Victor.
I know. Definitely not today, and I can't do anything with them today if you did. But when you have a chance, send me your character record sheets. Zodum. Frederica, you also wanted to meet with. Okay, go ahead and tell me what else you wanted to do.
Well, I had initially been wanting to check to see if my being a forest druid was the best choice, because considering we just went into areas where it was absolutely useless, I was kind of wondering if a mountain druid might not be a better choice.
I can tell you now that, I mean, both are going to be useful in the coming adventures.
Cute.
You're basically, you guys are going to have multiple types of terrain to deal with.
Fucking Judge Turret.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, I'll send you messages about that later. Anyway, you were saying the other thing I was looking at is that did I need to go and reconnect with my druid circle to just kind of let them know, hi, I'm okay, and this is what we did, and
You actually, there's two things. One, reconnecting with a druid in the near area, but then also you need to at this point create your own hallowed forest. There's not one in the area, and for you to grow and do more, you're going to need to have one. You're going to need to have a, like the druid Oakroot, who's the dwarven druid who helps you guys out, has his hollowed inside the city in a large courtyard. Basically, it's a large courtyard that's full of trees and flowers and things.
so it sounds like,
trees.
oh my god.
So just a thought, you should put your forest somewhere close to his, because it'll be close to my tree then.
I mean, technically possible, but also no.
Yeah.
There's
Are
not
they
any
too,
places.
Let's
too
not
big?
have
Well,
cross
you
combat
kind of
going with druids.
you kind of could. No, not really. Yeah, you are correct. It's not a. That's not really the best way for druids to manage themselves. And the courtyard that's next to the inn is already full of other stuff, including the giant magical circle that you guys teleport to with absolute familiarity.
All right, well, what about looking for a building basically that somebody's not using? Maybe I could, it's very close to trees, maybe buy that area, create a nice little courtyard.
Well, you're a forest druid, so you can go a little bit out of town and pick up some land and let's do that as well. Or
Great,
you
getting a
could.
cabin in the woods. That's not foreboding at all.
Now the town is currently expanding like crazy, so it is very possible to pick up something on the edge of town that's undeveloped. You could get some undeveloped land and purchase that and call it your own.
Okay, I will happily do that. Oh yes, Sue's absolutely. The trees won't mind if you urinate on them. It'll be fine.
You can use me as your guard dog. Yes, that is absolutely how that works best.
You and my badger get along great. It'll be fine. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Hey, quick question about spell slots. When you're reading a manual and it says that you have 2 at level 1 and you have 3 at level 2, I'm assuming that means you added 1, not you add 3.
That's
Correct.
correct.
Okay, got it.
You're using druid spells, right?
Yes.
What's your wisdom modifier, Ben?
Still learning this.
I think it's 1. It's 12 and then 1 in attributes.
Okay, let me look something up in the player's handbook for you.
Sorry,
There
I
it
thought
is.
you were talking to me.
Well, I can ask you as well, just to make sure that you're utilizing it too.
14 with a 2 as a modifier.
Okay. Geez, I don't have the player's handbook open. I've got to open it.
I actually have one now.
Nice.
And with a 12 wisdom, you would get 1 extra first level spell. Caroline,
Yeah,
with
that's what
a
I was looking up.
14, you would get 1 extra first level spell and 1 extra second level spell.
And those don't counteract any of the natural spells that I have just for being a tree, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
That's all right.
John, in case you missed it, we are. This is the first of you guys who returned to Kevik Pool. The very first day is full of everyone crashing and basically resting in order to gain some level of semblance of sanity after being in the Underdark for a month almost straight.
Do we get to level up at any point?
You leveled up at the end of Miramidra, but you haven't leveled up again yet. That's also why I wanted to see your characters to make sure that I see where everyone is at level-wise. Because I think some of you may have leveled up again, but it depends on what level you are now. So the first day back, you're sleeping, you're resting. The next day, you guys wake up and the town is in a jubilant mood. Like it's basically the town is acting as if there's a con going on. Like everyone's relatively happy for no good reason. And it's just a good mood central. You guys you finally get your feet underneath you. Garlos, what is the first thing you do on that first couple of days?
He's going to get with the bishop and give basically a sit rep for what finished up.
Okay. You get in pretty easily.
After last time.
Yeah. Several of the paladins give you the side eye. Actually, almost all of them give you the side eye.
No, I imagine I've probably got some hate on.
Yeah. But the bishop meets you. She's just finished doing some prayer work to support the villagers who've come. And yeah, she's able to meet you and asks she's extremely curious about what happened with the drow, and if you can give her an understanding of what was going on. She doesn't seem as worried about the beast that you guys saw at the end.
Actually, she should be. That thing's probably worse than the bloody drow. We'll be seeing that again. But no, he'll give her a good sit rep on what happened with the drow and all the whys and wherefores that we were able to come up with.
Okay.
So that she can at least complete that intel and maybe help hold this place together.
Okay. She is. Double check one thing.
I'll also thank her for the aid that she and the rest of the clerics gave to the party. It really helped a lot.
Okay. she reminds you that if you need any help in the future, she's at your disposal. Um, and as your conclusion, as your conversation is about to conclude, um, she tells you that she's planning a dinner, um, and wants to make sure that you're available, uh, basically by the end of the week.
Make sure you
Okay.
check what cookbook she's using.
Yeah, really. How to serve man. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Serve mankind. Yeah, that's right.
Great cookbook. Hey, what are you talking about?
Got lots of recipes.
Hmm.
Especially love the au jus.
All right,
All right.
and then shut up, Webex. Did I miss
Didn't
anything?
anybody see
Suze.
Game of Thrones? The
Yes,
blood feast or whatever the thing was called. You sure you want to go to
exactly,
dinner?
exactly true. Suze, what is Blodgett going to be doing? I think you mentioned she's gonna get a mani pedi. Um,
Nice
basically
grooming, nice
some
grooming.
pampering at the end of all this dungeoneering. Um, that is
Don't forget to
absolutely
bite the groomer
possible.
at PetSmart just to show that you appreciate them.
Audie Petty. Oh my god.
Basically, yes.
Oh, adorable.
The paw petty and shampoo and trim are very doable. You'll need a couple of groomsmen, couple of brave groomsmen, and the armorer that you'd be able to work with is pretty stacked with business right now, but he can definitely get you in. Um, the armor repairs for your armor. What kind of armor do you have currently? Do you know? Oh, so all you're wearing is bracers. Um, okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Um, then the armorer that you would need to work with is actually one who does horse barding, because he also does ponies. He can do barding for a pony, which is basically a small horse, which is basically you. Um,
Damn it, Joel.
he would have to custom fit some armor for you. I mean, no. Although technically that would be light armor, and you could still get your sneaking with studded leather. Um, so tell me what you want to commission, and he will be able to figure out how long it will take. You want to do like just some studded leather, which would allow you to keep you would have no modifiers to your hide and shadows or move silently with that. Okay. Um, it'll be 1,500 gold pieces, and he can have it within the week. It'll be custom fit for you. Um, roll for him. Okay. Okay. It actually ends up taking 2 weeks in order to get, because basically it's going to end up taking 2 weeks. But 1,500 gold. Um, do you have it, or do you need to use it from the party treasure? Okay. All right. And after your Claudie Petty, um, you are able to hide in shadows much easier and listen to conversations going on around town. Um, give me a listen check, please.
that for her or for everybody?
Just for Blodgett.
A church of magic? A church of magic, you say?
Misery. MLM, MLM. Oh.
Why would the Minister of War be in Cabotpool? Wouldn't he be in the city-state?
The city is large enough that it has its own Minister of War.
Okay.
This basically, Cabotpool is now considered a minor city, and it has had a bit of war.
There's been a little bit.
A little bit.
Just an appetizer level.
You get invaded a few times, and you're like, hey, we need somebody to manage combat for the city.
I think we should get some brownie points for making it a minor city and putting it on the map, right?
Oh yeah, and also helping create the first war. You guys did a great job with that.
What have I joined?
You're welcome.
Everybody needs a hobby. Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm not sure that we
Judge.
created the first war. It just happened to
Not
be here.
killing the giants who were bent on attacking the town and just waiting until they attacked first. You didn't start that. That wasn't your fault. You're blameless.
I mean,
They were.
didn't the town ask us to kill
It's
the
not
giants?
going on about who attacked who.
I'm learning
Yeah,
a lot
as
about
I
this group.
as I understand it, they already had plans to attack.
Right. You guys just did nothing about it.
I seem to remember killing hundreds of giants about it.
Yeah, I remember seeming to
After they attacked.
Better yet,
So we
simulated
didn't
the
start it.
economy by helping them prepare for the giants and the oncoming onslaught. Now we're simulating the economy again through this party. I mean, they should really love us right now. There should be an entire complex in this city that just builds things in our honor.
I'm starting to not trust anything that comes out of your mouth, dude.
You're catching on, Caroline.
Oh, that's proper.
Oh my god.
We're a very neutral party.
Neutral.
I think maybe the word.
If you're going with acidic and base components, maybe, but. Oh my God.
We didn't
We
start the
really described
fire.
the
We just
relationship
put
a
out a
lot of
bunch
us
of
have.
tinder, and we let things dry out, and we got a magnifying glass.
I just remember how this party started, and we took out the first group of giants by basically burning them to the ground. And I was just like, yes, this is a good party. We know how to do things.
Oh my god.
And you decided you needed to have a druid in the party with burning things to the ground. And nobody thought this was going to go badly.
Look, we weren't burning
Oh,
living
no, I
plants to the
knew it was
ground.
going to go badly.
The,
Oh
the,
my god.
the giants had already used them as building material.
Yeah, we didn't kill the trees. The trees were dead. We just used the dead trees as vengeance upon their killers, and it worked. It worked just amazingly well.
And
You
with
need
the
to
added
stop talking
bonus,
now.
with the added bonus of once these, defiled trees were all burned, their nutrients were returned to the soil where they belonged.
You guys are beautiful.
In fact, I
All
think
right.
we know where you need to put your forest now.
Bitch.
Okay, so we're back to Lev.
All right.
It's like about the third day. You're rested up, whole bunch of new spell slots.
Um, I'm going to cast Legend Lore. I'm going to begin the casting of Legend Lore.
On what?
The strange being that turned me into an absolute fucking monster.
Okay, cool.
Might know a few. Want me to click on any of them? Move them to the stage. I know Ken. You know John. You know Caroline.
I'm sorry?
Hey, Caroline. Do you know Jana? Here.
I
Let
didn't
me.
know that I do. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Yeah, here. Let me move the microphone a little closer. Yep, this is who I'm staying with.
Hey,
John
John.
Stout and.
I will see you guys again in about 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. So not another game till 3 weeks from now, or?
No, I will see Jana in about 3
Oh,
weeks.
never mind.
Maybe 4. I can't remember how time works.
Let me know.
Lovely to meet you virtually.
Nice to meet you guys.
All right.
Should I roll this casting time in days or hours?
You should roll a fortitude check.
On a Legend Lore?
Oh yeah.
Dude! What
Oh
the
yeah.
fuck? Victor,
You should roll a
what
fortitude
is
check for Lev.
happening?
I'll tell you in a second.
Zoomy, zoomy, zoom.
Oh man, I gotta break out that good D20 for this.
You better get a great one.
Victor, this D20 is older than me.
Oh.
18. So 22.
What?
I got a 22 on the fortitude
You have
save.
a +4 on your fortitude save?
Yeah. I'm a wizard. I have 14 levels in wizard.
All right, so you guys probably break down the door when you hear Lev screaming. Your pixie's hair is now white. It was just like a silvery blue. About the time he you grab him and make sure he knows that you're there, he finally begins to stop screaming. You have a permanent loss of 1 intelligence point, and
Victor,
the
no.
things that you and the things that you have seen have begun the nightmares again. Your brain has comprehended things that you guarantee were never known to exist and were not known to be part of mankind ever. You now have a distinct worry and fear of like tentacled things in the dark, because you have definitely delved the what you get from this experience, because you do get something from this experience. Let me go back and find that. What comes back to you is a huge tentacled beast of immense size floating amongst the stars themselves.
Hang on, let me
Screams.
write that down.
Sure.
Floating amongst the stars themselves.
Screams surround you, the screams of the living and the dead.
Dead.
You have felt the fabric of space and time moving, and it hurt. Yeah, that's what you're able to take back to your conscious self when you finally wake up again. And yeah, the intelligence loss is permanent.
Well, two things.
Okay.
Did I get a name?
Yes.
Is it going to cost me another intelligence point for you to tell me that name?
No, but it's painful to say it.
Okay.
For a hamburger today.
That is the name that you get.
All right.
What the hell?
Let's just can we call him Neo? And not take any damage? Cool. Okay, well, I got a name. And second thing, thankfully, I did not lose a modifier point because I had an odd number of intelligence. But I don't want to do that again.
It'll be fine. Get like a constitution buff, and then you can try it again. I mean, I think if you rolled a 25, you could make it.
A 25? Jesus.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez. I might have LJ try and do it then tomorrow.
It'll be fine.
Oh, he's saying it'll be fine. It won't be fine.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So
Len is
passing
going
the
to have to rest
Constitution
after
save.
that experience. But no, it's probably the next day because he's a determined little pixie. What else did you want to do? That legend lore took you just moments.
Oh wow,
It felt
that's
like it felt for you. It felt like a week.
Bad moments.
that's horrible. Wow. So I want to cast Legend Lore again.
Mm-hmm.
This time I am going to. This one shouldn't take too long. I'm going to do one on the pearl that we have.
Okay. You're right, because you have it at hand. It doesn't take too long. There is no legend of the pearl, except that it appears to have been created by Warren Dunneth, the archmage who had the weave and who the Draco Lich had you kill. It appears to have been created by him in order to affect something else. But it does not take to legend lore.
And the Draco Lich is dead, right?
The Draco Lich is dead.
Well, he's a lich.
Yes, John. He had a tourist stand in a gift shop near the lake.
He's got to get by somehow. I mean, you know, it needs a little bit of scratch.
It's a true story.
I mean, you know, if you turn that pearl over and look at it closely, you'll see "Made in China" written on the bottom.
would an identify spell help me?
Not even slightly.
Not even a little bit.
No.
He used to sell magic rings, but they had a tendency to turn one's finger green and like short out in the rain.
There he is.
Connected to the meeting.
Zach is back.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Great.
Let me get you now while you're accessible.
What's that?
You're about 3 by 3, a little bit scratchy.
So okay.
I'm sorry, you're going to say that again.
No problem. So you have been looking around for land to expand the temple, is that correct? You've been looking around for land to expand the temple, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Sorry, I can hear you now.
No problem. You'll need to connect with someone in management of the city to get an understanding of where the best place would be to create a temple.
Well, yes, talking to a city planner would be good.
Okay. Due to your status, you guys are still expected in the town. You're able to meet with the city planner. And by the way, the Duke and the Bishop have scheduled a dinner to honor the lot of you at the end of this week. But in the meantime, you're able to schedule some time with the city planner and start working on a location. He's basically like the city's. So many things are expanding in the city. We do have an area that would work for you guys. It would definitely cost a bit of money, but it's definitely possible.
Is it near a city gate?
Say again.
Is it near a city gate? The area.
He thinks he can make that happen.
Okay.
Basically, your choices would be, the North Gate is where they're going to expand.
Well, the north sounds lovely.
Okay.
Point being is I want to be near a city gate because our shtick here is that we welcome travelers.
Right. Also, you had mentioned wanting to hire a scribe.
Yes, I would also like to hire a scribe to record all of our adventures. These need to be recorded for posterity.
There is actually a bard who's been practically taking up residence at the inn.
Oh, is that right?
Let me find her.
A female bard, even better.
Astrid. She's a hobbit bard.
Astrid the Hobbit Bard.
And she's actually been kind of taking up residence at the inn, singing really old songs and just being leading raucous parties with some frequency.
Great. Well, I will offer her permanent residency at the temple if she will work with every one of the party members to record their recollections of our adventures.
Give me a diplomacy roll. Well, okay, good. I'll do it.
Okay, I'll roll that for you right now. Hold on.
Right. I got it.
Right.
Nice.
Does anyone have boss's sheet?
No, what do you need to know? I probably remember it. I think my diplomacy is +2, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
And then tell me what ability score you need.
No, that would be your total.
Yeah.
Right. You were able to convince her to basically join in hanging with you guys as a not like to meet with the group and talk to people.
Great. Perfect. And we'll trade room and board.
She's down for that. Yeah, she's basically key thing is singing. So she's a singing bard. She's trying looking at the map that I created, but I updated. I fucked up a couple things. Sorry. But yeah, she's super happy to help and goes ahead and is eager to work with you guys in between parties at the inn. Quartered for insanity. Yes, definitely. And Zadam. All right, Joel.
Yes.
Your work with the lens crafter will definitely bear some really good fruit. Shit. Okay, where did I put that? When are you going to bring Dessa back?
We've already, we recovered pretty much as a party?
Yes.
More or less,
Okay.
I could any day just prepare a stone to flesh.
Okay. As soon as the goggles are ready, and we'll do it at night. And probably as few of us in the room as possible, like Levi or Blas or whoever's appropriate for restoring. But stone to flesh, yeah, that'll work. Maybe Froderick might just use a scroll or something like that. I don't know. But that takes time, doesn't it, to put that, write it down?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
easier for me to just prepare it over a rest.
Well, I would say cast it and just based on her mood, stay or leave, something like that.
Have
And
a flesh to stone prepared.
Might not be stupid to do that.
You can if you want to privately, but Froderick doesn't want to know about it. He just kind of looks at you.
I think that spell level is a bit higher. I think I'd have to double check to see if I can do it.
I'll just get ready to run and laugh.
No, I could have that one ready too.
All right, the lens crafter takes 4 days, but is able to whip up something.
You're not going to have Frederick's blessing because there's no way I could look Dessa in the face and say, yeah, I okayed that. But I'm just saying, I can't stop you if that's what you want to do.
You can, if she's made of stone, you can at least get a bunch of practice in.
Wait, what?
I know what you're saying. Using her for shooting, I guess.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
No, no, no. Oh my God. Get the
Okay.
hell out of here, both
What
of
are you
you.
guys talking
Okay.
about?
No, he's
Okay. I'll
he's
let you.
saying that like if we cast Flesh to Stone and she has a very negative, possibly violent reaction
You mean stone to
to
flesh?
being here, then I cast Stone to Flesh. But Froderick doesn't want to know about that. He doesn't want to, quote, look her in the face and say he approved of that. And so I said, well, if she's made of stone, he could at least practice doing it.
Oh my
He could
God.
practice looking her in the face and saying he approved of it. Okay, I get it. That's funny. Cut it out.
Okay.
All right, so you,
There was it, any other
you bring her
direction
back
my
to
mind would
flesh.
take. I
You,
just didn't
you
want
cast
to
the flesh.
confront him.
You cast the stone to flesh. Dessa returns form and quickly assesses what was going on. Um, once she finds out that once you guys explain to her what happened in the Underdark and the incident with Neo, she basically goes into a funk. She's definitely got a bit of depression going on.
Flesh to Stone.
And you mentioned learning Drow Sign Language, and that basically costs skill points because it is a language.
Okay. Well,
But
that's
you can
fine.
totally do
It's
it.
just yeah, that I get that. I'm just saying that it's something that next time I go up a level, that I'm probably gonna put that in
Cool.
there. But
That's
anyway.
totally doable.
And LJ's already got it.
Oh, okay. Well, Frederick just sits beside her quietly and just uses his animal, basically empathy skills or whatever, to just kind of be there.
Okay.
And Lev will. Oh my God, this is gonna feel so weird for Lev offering a favor to a drow, but this has been a weird time. Um, if there's anybody in particular that she wants to try and get in contact with and make sure is alive, he can help with that.
She seems hopeful, but she says she'll think about it.
All right, I've
Um,
got scrying spells and sending spells galore.
okay.
And IQ points to spare for that.
I mean, not many anymore. Um, Frederick, you also wanted to talk with Druid.
Um, okay. Well, I just want to let Dessa know that we did the best that we knew how at that time, and
No,
I
you
got the
said you wanted to
goggles ready.
consult with the Druid, not Dessa, the
Okay,
Druid.
all right. Yeah, I would. Yes.
Okay. If when you consult with the Druid about the final scenes in the Underdark and the Dark Shadows, his worry is about the sanctity of nature itself. Um, from the things that he's been seeing and casting into the forests, he thinks everything's all right, but he's still somehow worried and he's not sure where it's coming from. And you've given him something more to worry about. So he's glad to have the information, not glad about what it brings up in his mind.
Yeah. Well, he should be
You should
worried.
see Lev.
Yeah. Yeah. Worried one intelligence point off of him.
You know, when he hears about Lev, he's definitely not any better. It's like yeah. Um, your inquiries with the Duke. Um, Give me a diplomacy roll, Frederick.
Okay. Let's see. No, that's a roll, but okay. Right. Let's see. Well, where's my diplomacy? I use that in a while for some reason. Uh, a
Doth that
fantastic
doth.
18.
Okay, well, you moved up from hell no into I'd really, really rather not. But definitely nowhere near a yes. Basically, the Duke is like, well, you're an important person. I appreciate your concern, but Tim's doing important work as well, and maybe we can talk later. He basically he puts any solid decision off for quite a while.
Okay.
Um,
Perhaps LJ could have better luck, but anyway, that's
might, as a
just
matter
a
of
thought.
fact.
Is this about Dessa's
Getting
status
Tim.
within, or
No,
no,
this
for
is about
For Tim?
he's trying to get Tim unleashed from the Duke, and the Duke is really reluctant.
What about part-time or just a little bit at a time? Is that
He basically
doable?
he puts
That's
it off.
that's
He
his
puts
counter.
off any anything at all at this point. He's not really. Um,
The
but he's
town
like,
being on the map still, you're welcome. Anyway, go ahead.
but you also wanted to restock and search out magical items such as healing potions and possibly useful things. Literally everyone is restocking at this point. During the first week you're there, it's yes, people are happy. Yes, people are jubilant. Nobody has anything.
Okay.
Anything that they had was either basically given or sold to the party so you could go back into there and fight the thing, or used to fight the monsters that have been invading the town.
So COVID again. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So yeah,
Then
Yeah, and
Frederick
there was
in
Hunter.
so many ways.
a kraken in the bay. It caused supply chain disruption.
Yeah, it's the
Shortage
semiconductor
for some
Literally, it
reason.
did. The dock was on
Those,
fire. The ships
the
burned.
yeah, the Kraken attack killed a lot of sailors and merchants. Yeah, that kind
Names
of that.
coming out of my head.
Well,
Looks
We have a
like
bunch of stuff. Hey guys, we have a bunch of stuff to sell, and the market's hot.
oh, it's Zag. Okay.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah, we do have an
Yeah, that's a
absolute
completely legitimate point. Does
boatload of
anybody
shit
have
to sell.
money? Do people have money right now, though, is the question. But I
Okay.
mean, we've also got to
Yeah,
feel like
people have money.
out. Okay, that's good.
Trade is a real thing too, you know.
Okay, then
Well, but they don't have anything to trade right now because they used it all.
I got land.
Labor.
That's true. Land would be. We should acquire some land. That is very true.
Land and labor. Those are both good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the things that we will need labor for, I'm not sure that anybody's going to want to sign up for right now because they kind of just did that shit.
Can't believe I'm even talking about
Okay.
this.
Well, Vic, if the Duke said, I'm sorry, yeah, the Duke said pretty much no about Tim, and Frederick makes this other inquiry about basically the emergency title or seal or whatever, if that's something that could be done, or if there's a precedent for it anyway.
He says, yeah. He wants you to
Okay.
meet with the Minister of War first, but yes.
Okay. No problem. That's a good one, is to have a meeting where even if they say no, have them say yes to something. So,
And you are able to get. Actually, give me another diplomacy roll if you would, please.
certainly.
At a +3.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot better. That is going to be 27, actually.
Your attempt to get Dessa diplomatic immunity is very successful. The Duke is amazed to hear that a drow was helpful to the party and helpful to fighting the incursion, and he doesn't necessarily want to meet them, but he's not opposed to it. But he's like, if you vouch for her, then we'll move forward with that.
Yeah, she doesn't have to meet with him because she's probably even less. She's probably more reluctant to meet him than he is to meet her. Would be my guess.
He's pretty okay, but yeah, he's happy to hear that. All right, so next, Bash, was there anything else? So you did the thing with now, did the so yes, you did successfully make a deal with the druid. He is totally good with that. He's not totally good with that, but he's good with that.
So
Understanding of that.
I want to look for a pet snake. Is one thing that I want to do. And then the other thing that I want to do is have a semi uncomfortable conversation with LJ, just kind of putting in the back of his mind that should I think that the druid will bring him back as a human. And just kind of leave it like that. I'm just gonna be like, I think I can have you brought back as a human. And just see how he responds.
You're looking for a snake, Nani the fuck?
Are you going for like a Garden of Eden bit with this one?
I mean, I don't know. Why?
Well,
Hey,
I looked at my choices for a pet. And,
Oh yeah, you're a
and-
druid.
Yeah, and it seems like a snake might be a decent choice. I could be wrong, but I guess I can let it go and bond with another animal later.
No, no, no,
Get
no,
out of my
no.
choices.
He gets an animal companion.
Why? You could probably get a medium viper.
Yeah, I think that's
As
what it
your-
suggests. Yeah,
as
I'm
your
good with
Something
that.
that's throwable into melee combat, of course.
Might want to get a boomerang snake.
We flavor
There's
it
a
as one of
boomerang
those
viper,
flying
I'm pretty
snakes. You
sure.
know, the ones that like do the sine wave thing in the air.
You should get a wolf and have the wolf ride on Blodgett.
Oh
Yes.
my god,
Oh
Blodgett!
my god.
Yeah,
A
the
wolf
wolf
is
and
a
the riding
medium
dog.
creature. No, it could
Yeah.
work. It could work. Wolf is a medium
Suzanne's face
creature.
says
A
hell
dire
no.
wolf is a large creature.
Yes, but a wolf doesn't potentially have poison and can't fit into tight spaces. It just runs around and is very obvious. And I would rather have something that's a little less obvious, so it's a little more.
You need to get an orangutan with armor.
I can't do that until like level 14.
I have to point out
To get a
I have to
tank
point out for
rat.
Zag's sake that Blodgett's response to selling things was flash sale at our bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
I like a list because there might be something I want out of that mess.
And then the other thing that I'm going to send you one other thing in chat, Victor, that I'm going to start. Just
that sounds good
we're
to
all
me.
doing.
All right. And speaking of which, you guys are able to sell pretty much everything that you guys have gotten at full price.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
What about that?
it is a seller's market. You're able to, and even though you don't have any levels in merchant, you're able to manage some stuff pretty darn well.
Even the
Blog has
Victor.
levels of merchant.
Really? Okay then. Fuck.
Yeah,
think Hamish does
plus
too.
plus one or two.
What?
Blas has levels in merchant, so he'll be able to help basically manage the sale of stuff to the city,
Oh,
which
oh
means
my.
you will do fairly well.
All
Selling
right,
things.
Victor. Starting from the top, how much can I sell a bag of orc meat for?
A what?
Oh my god.
I have a bag of orc meat.
Stop it!
I'm serious.
No, you cannot sell a bag of orc meat because at this point in time, that orc meat, sir, is rotted.
Yeah, no kidding.
You have never salted the orc meat. You have a bag of rotted orc meat. I don't know if you recognize this fact, but once you pull it out to sell it, you definitely do.
I cast mending on it.
Oh my god. Listen, bad boy, bring it over here. We'll turn it into a compost pile, okay?
Exactly. That's about the best you can do. You can sell it to your party druid for compost.
All right, all right.
No.
I think we would do well with some kind of limitations on this though, because I think scattered throughout the party inventories that I've got running is about 800,000 gold just in gems.
All
Okay.
right, so we need to create a nice little stronghold for our gems or something. Personally, I'd like to hire somebody to manage my temple that I'm setting up for the druids from our area of protected forest to make up for the forest that apparently got burnt that I never learned about.
No, the forest was fine. It
No,
was the
it wasn't a
giant
forest.
village.
Yeah, they had a giant like village forest,
It was
whatever.
a
We
whole
burned it
like
to the ground with them
it was a
inside
whole
of it.
compound.
This story is changing as it goes further.
And it took like weeks for us to be able to get back in because the fire was so large. It was amazing.
That's true what happened. We're just lying about it.
You weren't there either.
They burned the hill giants compound to the ground, but it took days, literal days, actually weeks, for the fire to still burn low enough that they could go into it without taking serious damage.
And you're going to tell me that didn't damage the trees?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
But
I
it
am.
was also,
I am.
like a
I
week's ride
think you're
away
full of
from.
shit.
It was a week's ride. It was a 1 week's ride away from Cabot Hill.
It was
Man who just
underground.
tried
It
to
was like
sell
a
people
kiln.
raw dwarf meat.
John, give me a roll for on Hamish on buying and selling and appraising. Two separate rolls, 2d20. All right. Lev,
Yeah.
I will need a spreadsheet of the items that you guys have, but you are at the very least going to be able to sell stuff for full price. You may be able to sell it for more than full price. Garlos's assistant Hamish is able to take, we're going to say, good advantage of the situation in selling.
Okay. I can probably have that done within the next couple of days. I direly need to sort this inventory.
No, I'm not. That phase isn't for this.
It's a
Go ahead
lot.
and sort the inventory. Oh my God, go ahead and sort the inventory, and yeah, rock on the sorting.
Yeah, I'll try and organize it by like um, items that we have identified, items that we haven't identified over the course of our travels.
All right. So this may take a couple of back and forths because I'll need to verify what you're going to sell, and you
Yeah,
may want to send it to the party so you can understand what other people want out of it.
yeah, definitely.
Sounds like a good idea.
Totally.
Should we consider starting a investment company or a money like loaning business on the side along with the bar?
Seriously, we could honestly get into money lending with the trove that we have right now.
Yeah, you could.
We could make
Yeah.
our money work for us. We could all retire.
I mean, you have an accountant, Niall the Santesian, who is more than happy to help manage the funding and the empire you're building.
I don't trust our accountant, but you know, that's up to the party.
Cabot Pool payday loans, yes. All right.
To the Church of Magic.
Say again.
Can I go to the church?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go to the church. Oh, did I say out loud what the things were that Blodgett found? One of them was the Church of Magic.
You type them.
Yeah, I didn't say them out loud, and Zag is on audio only. So the things that Blodgett found were that there's a new druid in town who's created a small church called Badger Home, literally and figuratively small. It's for demi-humans. People are talking about Egon the Bold, the new Minister of War, having a dwarf as the town's protector is kind of freaking them out because, yes, they're a little bit racists. And there's chatter about the Church of Magic. A new wizard in town is recruiting other magic users. All right. Yes, we will call people about their horses' extended warranty. So yeah, you were able to drop by the quote-unquote Church of Magic.
Or is it led by wizard or some hybrid?
It is led by a
Monstrosity.
spindly wizard. He's lithe and yeah, not at all strong human, but he's definitely seems like a very nice person overall.
Huh. You're breaking up pretty bad. I'm not sure this is the place I need to be, but I do want to ask a question about specifically altering shields of protection for certain kinds of, magic shields for certain kinds of magic.
Okay, he's like, that is right up my alley. He loves to research magic.
Oh, fabulous.
So he's
yeah, I explained to him the kinds of energies and the kinds of magic that I want to specifically be able to protect against, and ask him to put his mind to it, and let me know when to come back, and I'll be looking to buy a couple of spells.
Will do. He is going to start screwing around and see what he can figure out. He's basically like checking me with me once a week, and we'll see what we can figure out.
Great, and it's got to be big enough to surround buildings, by the way. It's not just a person.
Fuck a what?
I want to protect a building, not a person.
We'll see.
Okay, let me know.
You had at one point talked about checking with the Druid Oakroot, and he is actually willing to teach you how to make his version of good berries called Berries of the Wood. There's a spell called Good Berry that heals a few hit points. The berries that he creates heal 2d8 plus 6 and give an extra saving throw if affected by poison and they basically give you an extra fortitude save if affected by poison or other effect. It will take you a week and two. No, hold on. Do you have craft potion, brew potion, as a feat, Caroline?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then you can do this. So he can teach you. It'll take you a week, and you'll need to make a spellcraft check. But after that, you can make another spellcraft check once a week to brew 1d4 potion, 1d4 berries.
Okay, 1d4 berries, and what did you say it ends up as the healing effect?
They heal 2d8 plus 6 and give you an extra saving throw if affected by poison. So if you were poisoned and poison basically has 2 saving throws, you basically get a second save against poison.
Okay, excellent.
So yeah, let me know when you're trying to brew them. You will need to concentrate for a week to do that, but if you want to give me a spellcraft check now, we can just say that you're beginning to work on that process for the next week. It's a D20 plus a spellcraft skill. I cannot remember what yours is.
My spellcraft is +1 at this time.
Okay.
Not incredible, but it isn't terrible. At least it exists.
I guess because it's an int-based skill, not a wisdom-based skill. Oh, wow. Good job. All right, you're able to pick it up. Yeah, it's a DC 15, so you get a 15 or higher to learn, and then, no, it's a 15 or higher each week when you want to try it. It's tricky, but not impossible.
Okay.
Zodum.
I'd like to hire a caretaker for the little temple I'm building. Just somebody who can go ahead and make sure everything's watered, good compost. You know, here's a nice little regular job, just fits in with your farming.
Okay. Okay.
Things
So
well
like
tended
a
to.
farmer caretaker, not a specific class caretaker.
I think a farmer caretaker will be fine.
Okay. Good.
Also, I get the feeling there are people who need work.
You're entirely correct, and that's entirely doable. Um, you're able to find a farmer who's more than happy to help you with this, and
Oh my god.
I'm sure there are a bunch of virgins that need a job. Oh my
See,
Lord
that's a
Jesus!
misnomer, but we won't get into that right
Yeah.
Right.
now.
It's yeah. Anyway, virgin blood isn't what it used to be.
Yeah. Not to mention, it doesn't mean what we think it means.
Also true. But it is tasty. I mean,
Oh my!
the oops, sorry, that was out loud. I apologize.
So gross.
The okay, so you guys already discussed that. We did that. Oh God, so much going on. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to find all the different bits and pieces of information.
Don't knock it till you try it, John.
All right, so Blodgett, you are going and doing some further investigation on the. I think you said some further investigation on the church or the where. What exactly are you investigating further? Pick a thread and go with it. Out on my own leisurely strolls through town. Okay. Starting with the dwarf. Okay. Um. All right. Give me a either a gather information. No, you're going to need a gather information check. Independent auditor. I like it.
Someone to protect your investment from scamming weasels.
What?
Well, that's a very good thing.
The skill is gather information. If you don't have it, you can do it unaided with your charisma. So your charisma bonus. So what's your charisma?
Who are you speaking to?
Blodgett.
Hmm.
Suze is typing into the chat. Cut that out. Okay, so 15 total. All right. You were able to find out that Egon the Bold is a dwarven female who moved here about 80 years ago after leaving the Dwarven Mountains. Um, and she's just super passionate about Kabak Pool. Seemingly, it sounds like, from what you gather, it sounds like she basically is happy to defend her new home. That's her space. She's like a defender. Zadam. Give me a roll for Evard's Church of Sorcery. We'll take the foe to the ropes. Exactly true. Sorry, I'm listening to someone. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, her quote was, "It must be nice to be a straight white male,"
Oh, it's juicy.
and it went down from there.
Oh man. Oh, to be a fly on the wall.
Right? I'm like, I got yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna concentrate on you guys, but this is juicy, but I'm not gonna listen in. I'm gonna concentrate on you guys. Um, so the Everard's Church of Sorcery is basically looks to be a wizard's guild. Um, but it seems they're acting as if they're a church, but they really seem to be acting like a wizard's guild. They cast spells for gold or for followers, either one works fine. You find out that Evard is the son of one of the pleasure mistresses from the Inn of the Seven Veils. Um,
No fucking way.
and he gained his money from selling scrolls to you guys. Um, you guys were the founding source of his
Oh wow.
empire.
Wow.
All right, and one for Badger Home, please.
So it's that skeezy little weasel.
I mean, fault off die roll anyone? All right, so Badger
Pretty
Home
much.
is is what it seems. It seems to be very much exactly what they put themselves off as. A small church for woodland type creatures, hobbits, gnomes, dwarves, some wood elves. The head druid is fairly low level compared to you guys, um, and does not seem to want to deal with the druid oak root. Um, Also, the druid oak root doesn't have a church. He's just like, I'm a lone druid, screw everyone. This guy is more like, hey, let's all gather together because we're the demi-humans and uh, we live the awesome life underneath the trees. Is basically the catchphrase of his. Matter of fact, I gotta write that down. That was good. Um, so yeah, that's it. He seems to be pretty much exactly what he says he is. Nothing hidden about that. Just an interesting new church with with the druid who's not all that. Um, all right, Carlos, I believe it is on you, if I'm not mistaken.
So he's sending off a missive to Karagon, who's the advisor to the city-state king.
Right. What were you asking for? I saw that.
Basically, it was just asking if he could, maybe track him down somewhere. We're willing to pay for it. Letting him know we got rid of what was causing you guys problems. Uh, Always glad to be of service. Please help. Have money. He's looking to try and up his armor class because he's getting sick, getting torn to shreds.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, he's able to get a missive off without a problem. Karagon's response is, "When are you going to drop by? We can totally hook you up."
He lets him know it'll be as soon as he can.
Okay. Um, that's the end of the week. The druid, sorry, the where are we? Covered pool activities. Okay, no, maybe.
Oh, and is there anything that Garlos can do with the remnants of that +1 mithril shirt that was like pretty much torn up and destroyed?
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Um, you would have to. Was it an elvish shirt or a dwarvish shirt?
It was
Because I
the
know it was.
elvish
Yeah,
mithril
you'd have to
plus.
take it to the. You'd have to go to the Elven Kingdoms to find somebody who could fix that. And the nearest Elven
Oh
Kingdom
my
you know
God.
of actually owes you a favor.
That's fast
Uh,
work.
He'll put that on the back burner then. It's not that
okay.
important.
Well,
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
nearest
the
Elven
last time we
Kingdom.
went to talk to the elves,
Right. I mean, true. But also they now owe you a favor.
yeah, it
So,
might be worth seeing them again
yeah.
sometime.
Yeah.
They were good
You gotta
people.
drag it along and pester them.
Right.
Still got
Um,
Moonblade.
okay. The dinner goes well. Does everyone attend? Quick question.
Yeah, we're waiting to
Yes.
see if it turns out like the dinner between the Campbells and the McDonald's.
Okay, no,
I'm going to skip solely because I can't eat.
I
You
love
just
you,
rub it
Ben.
on yourself.
I
Are
love
there
you,
are
Ben.
there vegan options? Or
Um,
wait, no, Bash is a plant, so are there anti-vegan options?
Are there compost options?
I don't require
How's
food, and I'm
how's
not
the
eating right
sunlight in
now.
this room?
But Bash, I need a toothpick though.
Bash, how about we just water you with piss?
I mean, that would probably make me stronger.
oh my God.
Enjoy the golden showers.
Is there a large
Hey,
window
hey,
for
Bash
Bash
is
to
going to be
fit
running
next
for
to?
election real soon.
All right. After the dinner, the Baron and the Duke and the Bishop want to do an actual debrief of the whole party. They understand that the danger of Kirsana Lee is over, but something about these issues with the demon thing in the hallway piqued the Duke's interest.
Oh,
As well
really?
it should.
No
He's
kidding.
like, I think this was the appetizer and that fucker's the dinner.
Okay, guys,
And
we've really got to quit telling everybody everything that happens to us. There are some things they just don't need to know.
No, we should scare the hell out of them too. We have to live with it. Let's share.
Lev,
God.
Brandon Lev pointed out that he
We
wanted to
need
also do
funding.
a scroll of illusion and like literally show them what had happened. Do you guys still want to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah. LJ would have to help with that, I think, because he
LJ
was
wants to speak
actually
with you.
there and Lev was dead.
I've
Okay,
got the
I
log that
understand,
I've been
Suze.
keeping in the
You'll have to
maps.
go get some rest,
Roderick
and
can
good luck getting your voice back.
help as well.
Yeah, hope you feel better.
Yeah,
Bye
take
bye.
care, Suzanne.
Bye.
Roderick can assist with
Yeah,
silent
I mean,
image. Uh,
I was going to cast a major image to be able to
okay, go
use
ahead.
sound and everything. So I'm going to have Lev write that down on a scroll, and LJ is going to use it to construct it.
Okay. So the major image is, and actually, basically, they do the dinner, and then the next day they basically meet back at the hall. No, not the dining hall, but the receiving hall. So it is, as a matter of fact, quite the yeah, it's IMAX at this point. Quite the group. It is the Druid Oak the Bishop Aethan, um, Tim the Enchanter, the Duke, um, and you meet for the first time Egon the Bold, the Minister of War, Eric the Old, the Minister of Land Management. Um, your old friend Niall the Santesian is actually helping out with the Minister of Minister of Trade and Finance. Um, oh my fucking god. So you guys, they are all assembled as well as their assistants, the Duke's assistants and protectors, and you cast you cast the thing, and it is basically Tub Girl to them. They've never imagined such insanity. Um, oh no, I'm saving this as blackmail. Um,
Yeah, Mom, what's up?
the
Yeah.
can you mute yourself, Joel?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. How do I do that, Vic? Actually, where's the mute?
Lower
Let me
left-hand
see.
corners.
Oh, there it is. I see.
Yay, he found it. There's time for everything.
So many comments.
So many comments. Yeah, you
Simon.
guys are able to show them in IMAX detail the experience of being down in the dungeons of that fateful night, and they are just torn.
That's gonna be nightmare fodder.
Yeah, they are freaked right the fuck out.
They're freaked out. Look at that. Turned his hair white.
They understand
And then
now
you
why
went and
he's
did that legend lore. Never do that.
Because you hadn't been punished enough.
Never go full legend lore.
Never go full legend lore. All right. Well, you find amazing things when you go digging. Some of them are just not things you wish you had found. So they basically are like, we need to convene a council. Their response to this is we need to gather intel from the magic and clerical intelligentsia, and really get some understanding of what the hell happened and what's going on. So they asked the party to come back basically at the end of next week. Tim is going to, and the discussion that they basically end up in is that Tim is going to create a series of two-way clairvoyance scrolls. They're not really scrolls. They're like mirrors, and see if they can have a conversation with some of the other people and you guys at the same time, and kind of understand what's going on.
So it's a high fantasy group chat.
Yes, it is.
Zoom.
It's a high fantasy Zoom. So that's their response to what's going on. The response from the bishop is that Tim is no longer required to deal with anything about the city. He's really got to research this and find out what the hell's happening.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no. Tim agrees. He actually points out that it wouldn't hurt for you guys to go to the city-state because their library is far more intense and far more ancient than than anything that they have here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. All right, and that's basically about what they've got.
Okay.
Let's keep it that way. Good. Yeah, that's basically what their worry is.
All right. Before we like, if we're wrapping up with this, then before
We're
we go
not
to bed
wrapping
for
up with
the.
this quite yet.
Oh, okay.
But that's their response. You guys, so basically, what do you guys want to do with that information?
Which information is this?
Take a trip to the city-state.
Their suggestion is for you guys to go to the city-state.
And check out the library.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
We
That
could probably
is-
do that first thing in the morning tomorrow.
There's no longer a price on our head, so we're okay.
Yeah,
Right.
You guys actually.
That incident with that one druid.
Yeah. That's totally forgiven.
I keep hearing the most interesting things.
I mean,
Not true.
Nothing
fine.
happened.
Fucker,
Nothing
he tried to
happened.
rip us off. And he was going to run off with the body of one of our friends that we were trying to get
Oh, yeah.
reincarnated. We let him live. Took one of his legs, though. Wasn't my
Yes, you
idea.
Is he still in the basement?
No, he's not.
I think he nipped off.
He didn't have a very good day, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
His
kind
name
of
is Stumpy
orchestrated
now.
that.
They call him Stumpy. Stumpy the Druid.
Orlean.
Oh,
Yes.
bad.
I told
If
you
you can
where.
take all his limbs, then we'd have to call him Matt.
Yeah, and then if you hang him on the wall, you call him Art.
There you go.
Throw him in the water, call him Bob.
All right.
Put him in a pancake house. You can call him IHOP. Moving on.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
okay.
that's pretty nice.
Nice.
I'd never heard of that
National
one.
House of
So,
Prosthetics.
That's
Okay.
because I just came up with it.
all right, so you guys teleport to the city state of the Invincible Overlord in order to meet
Yeah, we
IHOP.
can just fucking teleport.
Well, I wondered, like, were you guys going to go some other way? Were you?
Oh, no, I don't want
I-
to go
look,
Well, I
barbarian
just
us.
wondered why all the magic people were setting up a Zoom conference instead of just teleporting in and then teleporting out, because it just seems like, high-level magic users should be able to.
I was hoping to use his American Airlines miles.
Yeah, high-level magic
Let's
users
do the old
don't like
Elrond, Council of Elrond meeting.
people who
Everybody
are not.
shows up.
So Ben, people who are not player characters don't like to do that. You guys are weird because you like leaving home to go strange places and fight things. There are people who don't want to die,
A lot.
Yeah, we seem to have
Yes.
done that a few times now.
so they
We
don't
totally
leave
need to do the necromancer joke,
It's-
like when
it's-
talking about
it's
what everybody
really-
else, you have my sword and you have my axe, and we've dug up somebody's brother and turned him into a zombie, and your brother.
And your brother's axe.
All right.
It's really not so bad after the fifth time.
I cannot.
You just get
Okay,
used to
when
staying
you
on
That
wanna
the
must
read
be a
same
on-
T-shirt,
level.
actually.
After the fifth time, many things are not so bad. Anyway, and thus the way
Thank
I
you,
walk.
Ian. May I have another?
The oh my
Well, why don't you give me a fortitude save?
Well, after the fifth fortitude save, it's not so. You kind of get used to it. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I've come to expect it with you.
Kind of like playing Call of Cthulhu. There comes a time when the party just stops like putting up with anything, and shoots anything that gets in their way.
I would say it's exactly like playing Call of Cthulhu. Anyway, the you guys get to the city state. I You know what? Just for those of you who haven't seen this map, I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
So this is the city state of the Invincible Overlord. The Invincible
My hometown.
Overlord is essentially
Okay.
the king of the area. Is this the good one? This is the good one.
Yes, baby boy.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to pull up the other one too, so you guys can see the difference, because I think that's important. All right. So I'm going to show you the difference in comparisons to see what you guys are looking at. So this is Kavakpol, the city where you guys are from, based out of, not really from, but based out of.
Oh, this is from the city state.
No. This is Kavakpol, and
Yep.
this is the city state.
Bit bigger.
A bit bigger. To the south of the city state is the estuary of Roglaroon, basically leads off into the sea. Comes up here, you have a huge ass port. The main entrance is up here, and it leads off to the north. There's actually a group of trolls who live in the area to the west, to the east, sorry. There's a goblin reservation. The city actually doesn't employ so much as enslaves goblins. There's the Lake of the Oracle, which is to the north, which is where you guys got the necrolith last time, which allowed you to go into the Underdark, and brought you back with Lev being gone. And also, there's a point I think that should be at least party knowledge by now, which is that once you guys came back, the Oracle seemed to not want to talk to anyone, and no one knows why yet. But there's the overlords. There's the overlords. Keep is up there to the north, and then there are hundreds of different. What do you call this? Hundreds of different stores and shops, smiths and artisans of every type throughout the city-state. There's everything from the sculpture garden over here, which is a sculpture garden of
We've been there.
fairly indecent sculptures. They actually have a working refuse grounds, so the trash of the city is moved here, and then the wastewater is over here. It's a very industrious city. They have their own contained gardens and forests. There's a stadium up here to the north. So yeah, it is a very active, very large city. And in game, people have started a campaign here and gone up many, many levels just living in the city and trying to survive and going through the city itself.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere in the city-state to adventure. You could just be there.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff to sell to the one guy that buys like dragon parts and stuff, right?
Oh, that's right. You do actually.
Yep.
There is a specific guy in this town who buys and sells unusual artifacts and animal parts, monster
It's a
parts.
magic shop on the main drag.
Mm-hmm. See if I have a better, because I do have a much better quality high res of this one. Where did you guys want to go specifically?
Lev's going to be going to the library.
Okay.
Bash will not go in the library, but Bash does want to roam the city and look for some armor.
Oh, why don't you come with me? I'm going to Karagon. He said he can hook me up with some armor. He can hook you up too.
That's good, because Bash has to stay away from the library because it'll make him angry.
I love you so much, Ben. I just
So
want you to know. I love you so much.
So Carrick is going to go to the library and research everything that he can about undead and killing undead, detecting undead. And Blas is going to visit the home temple of Renania. I assume there's one here.
There is.
Yeah, you've got the Street of the Gods, and basically you've got temples on the sides of the road all the way up and down, all the way up to the big temples. And you can always tell how popular a temple is because it goes further and further up the road, and the ones that aren't popular go back slowly until they finally get to the main gate, and then they go away. Kind of like in Fafford and the Grey Mountain.
So I find the head of the order, and I talk, and I just relay the story and try and get information about the thing that we saw, if they know anything, and let them know about the success of the church in Calipool.
Okay. Good. Okay, this is the right map. They have a puppet shop. They have a puppet shop. Alright, let me stop sharing photos, and I will share.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
No worries.
Yeah, anything happen
There
along
you
the way?
go.
Yeah, this is the high-res video map of the city-state. can actually read all the fun and
Right,
insane in
sure.
the city. Where did you
It's
go?
kind of funny. In real life, I grew up here in my teens.
Oh yeah, kind of true.
We have another PC joining us, John Stout.
Oh, nice.
It's John, guys.
Awesome.
Hello.
Hey, John.
Hey.
I don't see him, Sam.
Oh, you're not quite in the view yet. But, when you're maybe pointed at John. There. Okay, there we go.
Santa Claus.
Pat says hi.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ! I forgot you guys actually know each. It's wild the connections in this room.
It's funny. A person I used to work with at Orthofix, Dana Lindsay, is an old Scarby. She knows Ron Robinson, who's an ex-boyfriend of Pat's.
That's too funny.
That's how I ended up getting to be friends. I ended up getting to be friends with Ron Robinson.
But you guys, okay, so Zag, Blas is able to go to the Temple of Ananya here, which has actually moved up the street, and is in far more favor than it used to be. It has taken over the Temple of Harkonis, but still nowhere near the statue of the Temple of Anu.
It's all the converts coming from Capitol.
But basically, the power of the goddess is, yeah, she actually agrees. The power of the goddess grows with every convert and the work that you do. Conversations with her definitely help you gain a better understanding of Ananya's place in the scheme of nature. Ananya seems to, your goddess seems to have a deep root in nature itself. Not that the goddess is not that the goddess is a nature god per se, so much as the goddess pulls her ability to govern and support um, pleasure and joy from the bounty of nature. Like the bounty of nature, like the nature's bounty is the happiness of mankind or humankind, or basic, yeah, people in general, whether human or humanoid or not. Ananya's work is the result of nature itself. All right.
Okay. So I do have a question. Has there been any shift in the city-state since the time when we've come back? That is, are they experiencing the same sort of lightness and happiness and relief?
Yes, absolutely. It was pretty much immediate. I mean, they were also experiencing attacks from undead creatures out of nowhere, just like they had in Kabakpol. There was a point, I don't know if you may or may not remember, but there was a point at which in Kabakpol, undead creatures were just popping up literally overnight and going around ravaging the city.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah. Imagine the same thing happening in some larger city, basically New York.
Right, Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Dogs and cats living together. So my only last question is, has there been any effort to scour the city-state to see if there's any residual negative energy or dark influence?
It's just the two of you. So she takes a moment of candor and says, listen, we're just trying to hold shit together. We're just trying to pick up all the pieces. It has been so rough recovering from this. We've lost so many people that we're just trying to make sure that everyone's alive and connected at this point.
I understand. Please let me know, or any of my followers know how we can support you in California.
All right, we'll do. John, Garlos, and apparently now Bash are in search of armor with the assistance of the city-state's one of the city-state ministers.
Yep.
Um,
Old friend and accomplice at places of no repute. But Carlos was telling that what we saw after we actually dealt with the problem means that there might be a second chapter to this mess. So he is looking for better armor.
He looks fairly worried at that idea. He's like, I thought we were I thought we were entering a time of peace and prosperity.
And Carlos says, oh, there will be time. This thing's going to have to grow, and he'll let him know what he knows about it. And it may not even go after us at first.
Okay.
So we're just going to have to keep a weather eye out and prepare for what comes next. What was the old saying? Rejoice not over much. The beast that bore it is in heat again.
Yes. He takes you both down to the to Murky Street.
There's an armorer there.
There is an armor, but there's also the Brass Bazaar, rope maker, and
There's a lust shop. Don't go there.
alchemist. He's basically like the armorer might be best suited for you, Garlos, but the maybe the rope maker or the um, someone else might be best suited for your friend Bash.
Hmm.
Give me a search check, both of you, Ben and John. Give me a search check, please.
Nice.
And Ben, I'll need one from you as well.
Yeah, my search actually isn't too bad. It's 18 plus 18. Yeah, 26.
26. All right, 25 and 26 are pretty damn good. You guys are able to seek out some pretty good armor for each of you, or armorers for each of you. John, the best that they can do for Garlos is going to be because you are a spellcaster.
Yeah, it has to be light armor.
Yeah, they you find somebody who believes they can work some magical chain that would do well for you. What kind of armor do you have currently?
Currently. That's the +2 red dragon leather armor. Cuts 50% off of fire damage.
Yeah, it won't help with the fire damage, but they believe they can make a. It'll take a couple of weeks, but they can forge a suit of +3 chain.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
It bumped me up a bit there.
Okay. For the equipment and the fitting and the work, it'll cost 28,000 gold pieces.
I'll hit up Lev for that in gems.
All right.
All right.
We're talking selfish, but don't be silent because you should just say what you're thinking.
Exactly true. And Ben, what kind of armor do you currently have?
Currently, I have none. I gave my dragon armor to somebody else because I can't wear it?
Probably Garlos.
No, actually, I started with that. His dragon armor
Oh
to
yeah,
somebody
you
else.
did. You started with the dragon leather. You're a dryad, and you're a spellcaster. You're a druidic spellcaster. Um, you find somebody who can make essentially short elven armor. They are actually an elf. They will be able to fashion what is the equivalent of +1 chain. Um, it'll will take about 2 weeks, and it'll cost 20,000 gold pieces. In the future, if you find elven armor that is magical, you can have it worked for you to probably fit your frame. Also, Frederick, are you bringing Dessa along?
Yes.
Okay, she's not opposed to seeing the city stage. Even the Underdark has heard of it.
Mhm.
Should I take that 20,000 out of the party inventory, or do you have it?
Ben?
I just take it out of the inventory because I just give all my cash to you guys. I'm just free. I don't need cash that often. Can't buy
Okay.
drinks
That's
from it
why.
anymore.
That's why I keep the party inventory. If
You guys are
somebody
the
needs
best
something,
and the
they got it.
worst. You're like super like sharing and caring and loving, and then also fuck you.
You've really got to love how in this city, the city jail, the slaver, the debtor prison, and the loan shark are all in one little clump.
Yes.
I'm sure that's an accident, a zoning accident.
It's completely not on
Yeah, it
purpose.
is.
That's
That
right
does
next to the
sound like
water
it.
dog flop house where all the sailors go.
That just sounds like zoning.
Yes.
They were like, where should all the. Oh, no, no, they're good. They should all just be right there. Um,
So slavery's legal here.
Yes,
oh,
they have a slave
yes.
market for fuck's sake. It's Slave Market Plaza. One
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Noted.
famous chants is 5 gold pieces for a bid.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's how they all start.
Noted.
It's kind of a tradition.
I will keep track of that.
Okay.
You.
Um, so, all right, that moves us over to Lev. And who else was going to be doing research?
That was going to be Laws's apprentice, whose name I'm blanking on.
Carrick.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carrick and Lev can do some shit.
Are you bored?
They actually have a travel agency here. I hadn't noticed that before.
Since Carrick and Lev are going to the library together, Carrick takes this opportunity to ask Lev about, anything he might know about necromancy, because he understands that Lev likes to play with undead.
I know a fair bit about necromancy. What would you like to know?
Well, he just picks your brain casually while, because his whole purpose of being there is to research undead.
Well, I could give you personal motivation, but it might be more relevant to share the knowledge that I have of how undead work to help further you in your studies.
All right, so you guys have a rousing
rousing.
conversation about the undead.
And then off to the library.
All right, so Lev, is there a specific area of concepts of magic that you wanted to go into? You
Yes.
had talked about the weave and the wand, Shadowfell.
Yeah, while I'm here, I may as well research what I can about the weave. But I want to try and focus on gaining any sort of lead I can about this elusive creature. he who shall not be named.
Okay.
So I want to look into the planes that he mentioned. The Abyss, Shadowfell, and the Astral Plane.
So give me a search check and a knowledge planar check.
Okay.
And Carrick, give me a search check. And for you, a turn check.
Oh, God. Victor, is there somebody who works
I'm
at
going
the
to trust you're going
library?
to roll those dice, Victor.
Okay, right. Say again, Brandon.
Is there somebody who works at the library I can ask for help finding this stuff?
Yeah, it's a book golem. Hence the turning check.
The Viscount will definitely have somebody assist you. He's
Yeah.
yeah.
My search is not fantastic.
Okay. What about your knowledge planar?
The knowledge planar, that is a 13 plus 22, so 35.
All right. Somebody's dumping points into skill.
I started off with him with like 10 something points in planar knowledge. I've only put 3 in over the levels.
Where was that?
If I really need to, I can cast Fox's Cunning and get an extra 2 points on top of that roll.
Casting spells in the library is, let's just say, very frowned upon.
Okay.
So just a heads up, guys. I'm going to be done driving in about 5 minutes, and I'm going to go kiss my girlfriend, so I will be offline.
All right.
Right.
Well, we're gonna end hard at the latest at 10 o'clock, but definitely pretty soon. But thank
Sounds
you.
good.
All right. There. So. Oh well, yeah. There, you can definitely find a better bow than you have currently.
Good.
What type of bow is it? Like longbow,
Longbow.
short bow? Okay.
Longbow.
You're able to find. Do you have a strength bonus? Like, what is your strength?
My strength is 9.
Okay, so that's not an issue, and that's not a benefit. Um, Give me a search check, please, Caroline, for
Sure.
Frederica.
D20?
Yes, please. D20 plus your search bonus.
Looking for my search bonus.
All right, this is important information. Do with it what you will. The information that you guys find on Shadowfall and the lands of Shadow. There is the theory that there are many alternate realities that exist, alternate prime material planes where time moves differently and the world itself is quite different. But no one has ever gone to these and returned. There are some papers from the mad thaumaturgist artificer Abdul Azred that the realm of shadows is the gateway to a place where the elder gods are trapped, waiting to return and destroy all of the realms. These gods are described as beings out of space and time, and little else is found.
And we've gone Cthulhu.
Oh, damn, Lev, what did you do?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to find out.
I put that in chat for you.
Thank you, because I was speed typing.
Right. You also find some legend lore on the Rip and the Weave and the Wand. No, I'm sorry, that was legend lore.
That was a legend lore that I had planned to cast, but I have not cast yet.
Right, you can do research on it as well, though.
Okay.
For that, you would get okay, good job on that. So,
Oh my god.
um, the give me a spellcraft check on that, on the legend, on the basically doing research on the weave.
Alrighty. That's a 16. Spellcraft, where is that? 37.
37. All right.
That's one I'm dumping points into.
All right. Okay, get that.
Victor?
Yes, dear.
I apparently don't have search. I have spot.
Okay. No, you got spot plus 10, right? So 26.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I'm gathering this information and then I will.
I just wanted to let you know, that's all.
I appreciate it. There we go. There you go. So the weave refers to the little discussed concept of magic as a fabric, literal fabric that is woven throughout the world. The mage Dunneth Warren in Miramidra found a way to make the weave, which is basically make magic itself visible. There are some theories. It is the force. It binds us together, guides us, moves through all of us. It is the source of a sorcerer's power. Yes, he wrote the book of Dun Cow. Fuck you. That's funny as hell, though. You find information pertaining to the theories of wild magic and dead magic zones that could possibly exist if the weave of magic itself were disrupted or corrupted. It is said that these were exploited several millennia ago, about roughly give or take 5,000 years, or 5,000 years, roughly give or take a couple hundred years, during the Dark Age, but not given much thought during these enlightened times of today.
It's perfectly fine.
Keurig,
Hey guys.
I did not write Keurig's information that he found down. The old Dun Cow. The Dunwich Cow, the old Dunwich Cow. Keurig, I didn't write his information that he finds down, but he basically finds quite a bit of information on revenants, the concepts of bringing things back, and the how and why of death.
Got it.
I'll send some more to you. I'll send some more to you in an email or message blast.
Yeah, and I'm going to want to connect with you offline about the conversation with the head of the Cuthbert order. But
sounds good.
I'm going to go because I just finished my drive. So thank you, everybody, for entertaining me. It was a wonderful podcast.
Tell your beloved that I am actually using the mug she gave me.
I will.
And
well.
I appreciate it.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All
All right. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And with that, we've got to wrap it up. So you guys are in the city-state. It'll take you several days, at least at least 4 days to pull this information together. This is several days of researching, going back and forth. You guys are looking for different artisans. Frederica, you find an artisan who. Frida, sorry.
Thank you.
Why did I have...
What is her last
Whoever
name?
you are.
Okay, so anyway, you find an artisan.
Frida, you find an artisan who is able to work a bow. It'll be a bow +2 for you.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
That'll be 7,000 gold pieces.
I know we have it.
All right, I will update the party inventory.
Thank you.
Well, it's from the party slush fund.
Right?
Yeah.
We have that,
Very
yeah.
slushy. All right. The anything else specific while you're in this city state? Basically, you've got only a couple more days before you're expected back in Kabakpol for the first conference call.
Okay.
Is there anywhere where spellcasting might be permitted?
Like within the library, no, but yes.
I'd like Lev to do a couple more legend lores.
Sure.
First, let me update that because I just found the gold. Okay. First, that one on himself. That one shouldn't take too long, but I want to try and investigate the nature of this quote-unquote true form.
Okay. Neo was pulling forth something that you would call your shadow self, the darker side of any living creature, the id of what one wants to be in the subconscious yet fears consciously.
Okay, good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
You
Good
basically
night.
would need a therapist to fully understand and go through everything that you pull out of your own brain.
All right. Okay, a shadow self.
Mhm.
The next one that I want to cast is a legend lore on those rips in the weave specifically. I'm trying to find how it was done, how it began.
Okay. That I have as well.
Thanks.
The arrival of the Undying Temple into this plane, into the plane and the power of Ari Tesarin. Basically, it was an altered reality combined with a wish that put something of the negative plane into the space between the shadow realm and the prime material plane that created a corruption within the weave of magic.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And the dinosaurs came.
The HOA was
And
very
Jesus was writing them. The HOA was pissed off. Sean's hilarious. Keeps us entertained in chat.
I live for his updates.
Yeah, people watching this on YouTube really miss a good part of the show.
Right? Okay, I think we're going to call it unless there's anything else you guys have real quick.
One last thing.
Shoot.
In view of what has happened, I would suggest that we seek out a guild or a craftsman or whatever magic item shop. We need to probably have some kind of shield against insanity or intelligence loss and so forth. Not be bad idea.
Definitely.
There are many very simple ones. Quite a few magic user spells and clerical spells can affect that.
I'll start looking
Okay.
into that over the week.
So yeah, you'd need to be a lot more specific. Carlos is the party's emotional support clown. I like it. Um, the idea of, yeah, because I mean there's stuff like mind blank, um, which sounds like it's something bad, but actually just keeps your mind completely clear, and you can't be affected by most dangerous things. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a bunch.
Okay. So there's something protective he could have cast and,
Yeah,
before doing it. Gotcha. Good to know.
it's going to be
Mhm.
good to have on hand, so I'll look into different spells to start stocking up on.
Not a bad idea, Joel.
Okay.
Blankety blank, which is just a lot of cussing. Come on.
Yeah, just you just repeat the mantra, fuck, fuck, fuck. That'll keep you safe.
Yeah,
It
there's regular
actually
mind
has
blank, and then there's mind blankety blank.
the
Yeah.
same verbal components as that one other spell where you say I cast fuck you.
That's right. Yeah.
It does actually. That's true. All right, guys. I love you. I'll catch up with you soon.
All
Um,
right.
Okay.
and
Cheers.
yeah, I'm
Very good. Thanks,
basically
guys.
it's been a wild experience here in the woods of Minnesota.
Nice.
It's like incredibly close to nature, but at the same time feels very foreign. Not because of the nature, but because everyone around me is speaking Japanese all the damn time. So I can't understand a lick of stuff that's going on. I'm just like here sitting at the table. Okay, pass me the Ginzu, Ginyu, Guzu, Gozu, Gomnu.
That's okay. Just
Rice.
remember
Pass me
that.
the rice. Pass me the fucking rice,
Yeah.
please.
Just remember that animal husbandry is all okay until they catch you at it.
Exactly. But it's also been, I've learned a lot. Like not a little. I've learned quite a lot. Because I'm doing healthcare for a bunch of kids. The
Nice.
people at the camp, the campers are between the ages of 5 and 17, or 5 and 16, 16 or 17, I can't remember. And the staffers are between the ages of 17 and up. So it's I am definitely going to
You are a senpai.
yeah, I'm going to hang up my shingle as a pediatric acupuncturist when I finish this because it's valid now. I've been treating a lot of kids with stress and anxiety, insomnia, um,
From my
and
experience, you do good work.
no, thank you. Yeah, it's been pretty amazing. Like I yeah, I'm very glad to have come here, if nothing else, for the amazing amount that I've learned. Um, all right, well, I will catch you guys next week, hopefully.
All right. See you next week.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. So basically, at the end of this week, the people who've been here for 2 weeks leave, and then we get another group of kids who come, and I get another practitioner working with me. So I can't guarantee how it's going to go, but I have a better handle on what the fuck I'm doing and how things should go. So I'm feeling pretty good about being able to handle it.
Good.
All right. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay.
See
Great
y'all
talking
next
to you.
week.
You got it.
Later.
Bye. Okay. Bye-bye.
We're doing